Okay, so today we're going to do the chain rule, which is a composition of two functions. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is take the outside first and then the inside. So let me give you what this is the definition basically. You have a function, f of g of x. To find its derivative, you're going to take the outside derivative times the inside. So let me make sure this is here. And then you're going to take the insides. Good. So if we apply that to our function down here, this is on the outside and this is the inside. So the first thing we're going to do is take the 5 down and you leave the inside alone. And you subtract 1 again, so it's kind of just like the power rule. And then you got to do the inside. Okay, so the inside here. So it's the power rule again, 3x squared plus 1. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to work through the square root problem down here, and then I'm going to make you work through a couple. You pause the video and then go from there. So I'm going to work this one. So I'm just going to rewrite it. It's 100 plus 8x to the 1/2. And now my function is easier seen. I'm going to pull down my 1/2. I have 100 plus the 8x. I leave the inside alone. 1/2 minus 1 is a negative 1/2. And now it's time for the inside, which is 0, and then it goes to 8. Okay, so this is basically the next step that I want you to do is note that this 1/2 and 8 are coefficients and you can multiply them together. So your final derivative here is 4 times the quantity of 100 plus 8x to the negative 1/2. Okay, your guys' turn. Here's your problem. Pause the video and I'll give you the answer in just a few minutes. Okay, and here's your answer. The derivative is 15 times the quantity of 5x plus 4 squared, and the notes in between. Okay, so there's times during this that you can also have to use the product rule or the quotient rule, okay, and then also include the chain rule. This makes it a little more difficult, but no big deal. Obviously, it's x cubed times. It's not a good time. Sorry about this. And it's times the quantity of the square root of 4x plus 1. So you have to use the product rule and the chain rule. So product and chain. So when you're doing that, if you remember the product rule, you take the derivative of the first, which is 3x cubed times the original of the second, 4x plus 1. Plus, and I like to put brackets so I don't lose anything here, is x cubed times, and if you would rewrite it, you'd have 1/2, 4x plus 1 to the negative 1/2, and then you do the inside, which is times 4. And then to finish this, what you would do is you just leave 3x squared times the quantity of square root of 4x plus 1 plus this, and these. Basically, you have coefficients because that's 1. So half of 4 is 2, and you can put it as x cubed, and then you have your quantity of 4x plus 1 to the negative 1/2. Or you can write it with this staying the same, plus 2x cubed over the square root of 4x plus 1. And this would be the same. And this would be with a positive exponent. Okay, now you have the quotient rule. It's the same kind of thing, the quotient and the derivative, or in the chain. So you're going to use multiple rules here. So you take the derivative of the first, which is just 8 times the original x cubed plus 1 squared. And then it's a minus. Then you have 8x. And then you're going to take 2 times x cubed plus 1. And put the 1 up here just so you see that you're still using the chain rule. You got to take the inside there. And it's all over x cubed plus 1 squared and squared. Okay? Now, to clean it up. Okay, so to clean this up, I just want you to make a couple of notes, okay? Realistically, there's nothing you can do on the first one, so it's just 8 times the quantity of x cubed plus 1 quantity squared. And then it's minus, and then again, just recognize that you can multiply all these together. So it is 16 and 3, which is 48. And then you can add your exponents, so it's x cubed times quantity of x cubed plus 1. Again, I'm just going to leave the 1 up there. And then the other thing I want you to do is clean this right here up. It's a power over power, so you just multiply them together. So it's x cubed plus 1 to the 4th. We didn't actually do these problems. What we did is we went to the book, and let me make sure that we have this. Here's what we did today. So basically, it's multiple chain rules. So again, this is your problem. You're trying to find the derivative. So I'm going to bring the 3 halves out front. Go ahead and mark what I'm doing. And then I'm leaving this as the whole inside, which is the square root of x squared plus 4 minus 3x squared. And then he's taking 1 from that. That leaves you with 1/2. Now the only thing I want to show you is I want to rewrite this. And sorry, I made a mess here, so I'm going to rewrite it as x squared plus 4 to the 1/2 power, and it makes it a little easier to see. So I did the first part, and now I have to worry about the inside. And this is the chain rule that you have to apply. So I did the outside, so then I have this as the inside, which is x squared plus 4. This is the square. This will go to the negative 1/2. And then I have to do the inside of this, which is 2x. And then it's minus the derivative here, which is 6x. Now, this is a minus 6x, so there's not much you can do to clean it up except right here, okay? And you know that half of 2 is 4, so you have 4x. X squared plus 4, so negative 1/2, minus 6x. This is what the quantity of 3 is. And then you have x squared plus 4 to the 1/2, minus 3x squared. You have 1/2 up here. And this is as far as you have to go. It shows me all your steps and that you can use some basic stuff, okay? So that's what we did in your homework. We looked at 15 and 16. So if you have any questions, let me know. Send me an email. I'll send you a worksheet or I'll share a worksheet with you that we're going to do tomorrow because I'm down to 3. So let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so I made you a copy here of the book, so you didn't have to do it. We actually did 8, and we did 13. We did some practice, okay, and 13, well, of course, we could check it in the back of the book. So we tried just A. You can try B too if you would like. And then today, we did the chain rule with multiples, so we looked at 15. 15 and 16 would be great. And then we actually just talked about 23, which is a nightmare, I know. But just look at that. And then what I would ask you guys to do is do some of these. Do 5, 6, 7, 8. Try some of these, 13, 14. Just try to figure out, get comfortable with the rules, and then we can talk about when you get back, okay? So the only other thing I want to show you is the multiple chain rules, and I'll do that now.